Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and we're looking at another brother because today we're looking for a lightweight sewing machine that's still functional, and they all seem to be brothers. Brother has the light ones, and they have them with a lot of functions. So we're going for the light first and the function second. This one here is coming in at just a little plus 10 pounds. This is a super lightweight. I mean to tell you, if you probably took this out of the box, the foam in the box would probably, you probably think the machine was still in there. This is really a lightweight machine. But again, I'm doing this for some folks who said they want a light machine because they have restrictions on what they can lift. And that happens. You know, maybe you had a shoulder replacement. Maybe you had this or had that. There are people that have issues and they need a light machine, maybe for 6 weeks, 6 months, until they can get healed up, and then they can go back to taking their great big old machine to the quilt retreat or whatever. But there's a niche for these machines, and you know I'm not crazy about these lightweight brother machines. As you get up higher in the hierarchy of the brother models, more expensive ones, there's a lot more to offer, but they're heavy. This little guy here at 10 pounds, are you kidding me? Still has a drop feed in the back, and it has the stop start here, so if you want to use it without your foot control, you take your foot control off, unplug that, and you have your stop start button over here. Or if what usually happens, my customers say the foot control stopped working, what am I going to do? I got to finish this project. And I say, well, use your start stop button. You know, they don't even know they have it half the time. You unplug that foot back there, as long as it's plugged in, this will not work. It'll say boom, 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 boom. Something's wrong. E5. Oh my gosh. Will Robinson, E5. So you got to turn it off, turn it back on, and then unplug your foot control, and then hit this button, and it'll start stop. Then you can bypass that. A lot of people figure out they kind of like that, not having the foot control. Some people like the foot control. Some people like the start stop. It's nice to have the option. This has 60 built-in stitches. It's all electronic. There's no analog to this little guy. The feeders down below are on a pulse motor that go front and back. The needle bar on the top has a pulse motor that makes it go left and right. This is all operated by electronic pulse, which means that's why it's so absolutely light. So it's got all these stitches that you can do, and if you stay off sewing heavy stuff, you can do okay with it. If you get onto canvas trying to make a bag with it, or if you get on denim trying to make anything at all, it's not going to work. It's got the drop-in bobbin. You know I'm not a fan of that, but it's not a front load 15 class. That would mean it would be probably 25 pounds, at least 20 pounds. So we're going for lightweight. So everybody look at these and go, okay, this is not a Kenmore 158 1040. It's not. It's a lightweight machine, because I have these people that want a lightweight machine. And if I find a lighter one, I'm going to review it too. But this little guy, people like it because if you want to pick a stitch out, right now 0-0, that's going to be a left needle position, straight stitch. 01, that's going to be a center needle position, straight stitch. It's just that easy to pick a stitch. And a lot of folks like that because you don't have to have a huge learning curve about what do I do about getting the stitches. Now, if you say, I want to do number 18, for me, I just go minus, click to get the 8, plus 1 to get the 1, and there's 18. That's a real nice spandex stretch stitch. You know, it zips right along because we're not challenging it. We have 2 layers here. 2 layers, 4 layers. Man, I would be remiss to say 6 layers because the needle will start pounding and something will go out of whack. So couple layers, every stitch you'd ever want, all your buttonholes. It's got the little flagging device over here for putting your button in the little guide and doing that. Bobbin winds on top. You know, disengage machine has an electronic switch in there that shuts it off. Up here's your diagram for, you know, using your guide for your bobbin winder. You got to be careful with these things because with this spool pin on top, a regular spool will sometimes drop down if you really get going and wrap around the bottom. You got to watch for that so it doesn't hang up. But all things considered, it weighs 10 pounds. Did I mention that? Yeah. So we're looking for a lightweight machine. If you're like doing number 4, go down to 0, go down to 4, that's your zigzag. It's going to default to a 3.5, like so. If you want to make it wider, just go plus to make it wider. Here's your stitch length, stitch width. It's just that simple. Very basic, very easy to operate. And they tell me that the Brother Simplicity is not available in your Walmart stores. The Simplicity is one that's available for like an Innovis dealer, a Brother Innovis dealer. So if somebody's a Brother dealer, this is where you'll find the Simplicity. And I just get this information online because I'm not privy to much more than you are in that regard. But, you know, I do some research to find out what they're saying out there from Brother. And they're saying that this little guy you can get at the Brother Innovis dealer. It'll say Simplicity Brother. If you see it in Walmart, it's not going to be the Simplicity, and it's not going to have something that this has. They say it's a little more robust, a little more favorable, a little more desirable. I don't know what that is. That might be marketing, it might be hype, because you know in the sewing machine biz you will get that from time to time. So this little guy here, it's gonna make somebody a good little lightweight machine for the times when they can't do the big heavy lift. 10 pounds, you can handle that. It does okay, makes a nice stitch, but just can't challenge it. All right, Brother SB700T Simplicity.